day one, skip on, toilet on, digger on, dumper on, pecker on. Let's have it. We've had to get the baby digger because of the side access through the gate. I've only got 900 clearance, but these things are absolute machines. I don't know if you've used them before. Chelmsford digger hire to Coochie's, absolute monsters they are. They perform really well, and obviously once we get inside, these tracks will come out, and then we've got a lot more stability. So we've got the pecker on this one as well. Conservatory's coming down because conservatories are pretty much unusable, red hot in the summer and freezing cold in the winter. So this is coming down, customers absolutely buzzing for that. And then we're going to replace it with a 3 metre out by the width of the property. We have established it's wet underfloor heating that's never worked. So it's only one zone in and out, so that's not going to really matter. I've got the plumber here now, he's going to make safe, ditch all that, and also the 2 radiators. I've got an electrician coming as well, because we've got this here, that's an armoured cable that's going down to the summer house, and that runs right in that screed. So you know what's going to happen, didn't you? So you've got an electrician coming to get rid of that socket over there and that one over there, and then we need to just make safe the ones on the wall there. Nice little day, day one. Getting your feet wet, day one. Putting your plans into place, so everything went extremely well today, as it should. We had 4 of us on site in and out, all staggered, all nice. The labourers smashed it today. Skips all neat and tidy. All the metals to one side. Swap toilets here, everything's made secure for the client. Happy days, see you tomorrow. What's happening? Listen, it's day number 2 on the rear extension project. So we're just literally, it's demo work for a couple of days before we get the groundworkers in, start pulling these foundations. So yesterday we took the conservatory down. Today we're tackling the oversight. So the build up so far, we've got tiles on top of a very soft screed, which has got underfloor heating pipes, mesh, and then Celotex, and we don't know what's underneath the Celotex. We don't know what the existing footing is. So far I've used a pecker on the breaker this morning and just broke it all up, and I've just changed the buckets. It's 10 o'clock, we're gonna have a bite to eat and a coffee, and then we'll skim that first layer off, get the mesh out, get the underfloor heating pipes out, and then we can have a look and see what we're dealing with for this foundation. So we've got digger and dumper, really handy. So load that up, straight down the side. We took the gate off. I know it's annoying every day, gate off, but I guarantee that gate will be absolutely shot to bits by the end of the job. So it's over there, nice and safe. And this is our little setup. 10 board gets you a grab load. We've decked out this side because the client needs this area for his car so he can charge his motor. This side's going to be for our materials, so we put a bit of sheeting down and a bit of ply down. So someone's tried doing a bit of a sneaky one. We found a manhole underneath the conservatory. I haven't lifted the manhole up yet, but we think that there's a drain running across the back, which is quite typical, running through and servicing these houses for the toilet waste. We didn't do a build over agreement on this one because there was no manholes. The building inspector came out today and said just be mindful, because I would expect there to be a drain main run through here, so it's probably going to pass through your footings. And then weirdly 10 minutes later we found one. Should be quite straightforward to do because it's on the line, just literally move it down the other end outside of the footing. But it's additional fees, additional costs that the client doesn't really need. Had he not have started this work, he would never have known that that manhole was underneath his floor in his conservatory. But we've had another blinding day. It looks pretty much as it did yesterday, end of play, but we've took off, it had 10mm Celotex, rebar, underfloor heating, screed, and 2 layers of tiles. So that's what's come out. And tomorrow we've got oversight 100mm. Not sure if there's any rebar in it as yet. I've got the pecker on ready to rumble. Right guys, we've just done a water test on these manholes to find out exactly where all the water's going. So this one we found yesterday, which was underneath the oversight. That one is the foul and not the one on the side alleyway that we assumed was. That's in fact surface water. So we've got to do a couple of changes now. This manhole needs to be grubbed out. By grubbing out, it means connecting everything back up. It's got a branch inside of it, but the branch goes off to an old downpipe rainwater pot. So we can get rid of that, put a straight run on that pipe, and then we can fill it with lean mix and concrete, fill that in, move the manhole outside of the extension footprint area and install a new chamber. And then off of that chamber, we can branch off and we can come to the new sink location. So essentially we'll have a straight run coming out, branch coming off, and then that's going to be our new rodding access point. And then down the side is where our rainwater pipe is going to join up. So we spoke to the building inspector yesterday and said, look, it's going to be pointless putting a soakaway in. He was happy for us to go into the foul. So even better, we can go into the existing surface water drain. So lovely. We are back on stripping this footing out. We're currently at 800 mil. There's no rebar at the minute. Building inspector's due out today. We need to have a chat about this manhole, see whether he's happy for us to put it outside the extension, or do we need to get a build over agreement. So there's no great technique to this, it's literally just manpower and it takes a bit of time. We've got the pecker on, we're using the Hilti 1000 breaker. That thing, they're both absolute machines, but when you're using the pecker, it can only take the centre out, it slides off. So we're using the Hilti 1000 just to clean the edges off. What that means is we do have a nice edge, so when we pull the footing through with the digger, it will glide down the side in clay and give us a nice, neat footing. So 850 down, we hit rebar, the big boy stuff and all, but it's not mesh, just two rows in there. So obviously we pulled it up, cut it as we go. We've hit the bottom, which is great news. So we'll clean that edge off. It's actually got quite a nice edge, if you see. And we'll just run the excavator along that, get a nice clean footing, put a 450 bucket on it. So literally, a bit of prepping in that in the morning and we can come through. So we're nearly there. Starting to make a bit of progress now.